going on, everybody? It's your boy AJ, and this is AJ Reacts 2. And today I have a very special video. It is collab month, so I have an awesome YouTuber with me today. We're going to rank every single DCEU film. I got Trevor from Film Geeks in the building. What is going on, Trev?
Good morning, man. Thank you so much for having me, man. I love the DCEU, and that intro, man, that countdown, it gets me so pumped every time.
Dude, me too, man. Me too.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the DCEU ranking, bro?
Oh, bro, I got the Suicide Squad shirt on and everything, man. I'm ready to go.
Nice, nice.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I guess we'll get pretty much into it. We're just gonna kind of do a countdown of our least favorite to favorite, give a talk about it a little bit, and go from there. So
Cool.
Starting with Trev, number 8.
Suicide Squad. Indeed. I think most people can agree to this one. I don't hate the Suicide Squad. I think it's definitely the weaker link of the film. I'm looking by your face, I think we're going to disagree at number 8.
Did you have anything else you want to say about it?
I think it's a little overhated in my opinion. I know lots of people hate this movie. I enjoy it. Definitely a little slower. Definitely has its problems, but hey, I don't hate it like most people.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, but I did put it a little higher on my list. But I can acknowledge the flaws in this film, and it's kind of wonky, kind of slow, and I feel like Margot Robbie and Will Smith the portrayals that they had of those characters, they kind of stole like the limelight from all the other characters that needed. They needed time to, actually focus in on those other characters. But since Will Smith and Margot Robbie are in this movie, they kind of put them to the forefront and kind of neglected its other characters and chemistry that all of them are supposed to have. Because at the end of the movie, like, they come together to stop this big bad. And I feel like that really wasn't earned. It wasn't like they didn't bond enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my view on Suicide Squad, but we'll get to my placing of it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go my number 8, BVS, bro. BVS, I had huge issues with BVS. It just was so unsettling. The portrayal of Lex Luthor is probably one of my least favorites by Jesse Eisenberg. I really didn't enjoy that rendition of that character, but I guess it wasn't all bad, but I don't know. I feel like we needed a Batfleck movie before we got BVS. I think that would have made it a lot better, because I was it was a little off-putting, but what are your small thoughts on BVS?
Mine is a lot higher on my list. I don't know. Have you seen the Ultimate Edition?
I have. I own it, and I have seen it. It didn't change much for me, actually.
So I don't remember the theatrical edition. I only watched the Ultimate Edition, and I love it, man. I think it's great. I love Batman and Superman. Jesse Eisenberg, there's a bug in here. I'm sorry.
I saw that.
Whenever there's a light on, it's 5 a.m., 5:30 my time, so it's bug right there. It's killing me. Anyways, my bad. It's happening by doing live. Batman v Superman. I don't know. Every time I watch it, I just love it. Batfleck is my favorite Batman. I love Henry Cavill as Superman. We get introduced to Wonder Woman in here. There's lots of payoff, lots of fan service. Jesse Eisenberg, I don't hate him. I dig him a lot.
Okay. That's fair.
I'll get into that later.
Yeah. So you're number 7. Yeah.
Justice League. So I don't hate this movie. I'm very excited for the Snyder Cut coming out next year. But Justice League definitely it has problems. You could tell it went through this production hell, man. It was not, if you look at the movie, a lot of times, I was watching it once and my family came in, they're like, "Are you playing a video game?" That's literally what they said. And I was like, "No, this is a really big budget movie. It's like DC's version of the Avengers." And they were like, "Wow, that looks bad." And I was like, "Yes, I can agree it looks bad, but this team up movie is just really awesome. The Flash and Aquaman, definitely just switching directors from Snyder to Joss Whedon and just complete different movie. It just you could tell. That's the only thing I'll say. You can really tell, and it's it's a bummer that Warner Brothers for a while was really into studio interference. Same thing with the Suicide Squad. It wasn't really the movie we were supposed to get. So
Right.
that's why I'm really excited for Suicide Squad to really see the Justice League play out. But I dig it. I dig it more than most people.
Do you think we should get the Ayer cut for Suicide Squad?
I don't know exactly because I heard more like Justice League had like they switched directors completely. I don't know much of the drama for Suicide Squad. I know there was mad drama for Justice League, but it's like David Ayer, like he never really did anything after to make me like happy. You know, like he recently did The Tax Collector and Bright, and I'm like, you don't deserve it, bro. It's gonna be the same.
Dang. Yeah. Okay. I feel that. So yeah, Justice League. That's my number 7 as well. Justice League, like you said, I didn't absolutely hate it. A lot of people did. And Snyder Cut, they were begging for Snyder Cut. They were begging. At first, I wasn't really excited for Snyder Cut. I don't think I really am still, but I am kind of looking forward to it. I'm not like gung-ho, like over the moon for it, but I'm definitely going to check it out, sit down and watch each segment. And I love how they're doing like episodes, like hour increments, four increments, an hour each. I really dig that. So Justice League's mine, number 7. Number 6 for you, Aquaman.
Yep. So from this point on, I like low-key love all these movies. Aquaman is cheesy fun, bro. It is Jason Momoa being like Jason Momoa, having some fun. It's pretty long, but like the action set pieces they have in here, especially like the one with like the battle with Manta, right? With Aquaman and Manta, then they like how it just switches at like 10-minute long scene. You're just like, it's epic. It's super dope. And again, it's cheesy. Redheads, you gotta love them. It's very cheesy. It's a little bit long, but when I watched it in theaters, I remember just having fun. Like I hadn't had fun with the DCEU movie until I saw Aquaman in theaters. I was like, okay, this is what I signed up for. And this is the movie I'm really, really hype about. So I like Aquaman quite a bit.
And number 6 is for me is Aquaman as well.
Look at that.
Yeah. So Aquaman. The thing about Aquaman, I really, really enjoyed the action sequences.
Yeah.
And I enjoy Manta as a villain, but the Ocean Master story didn't really captivate me as much as the other one, and I kind of got a little bored, you know. But overall, I feel like Aquaman really delivered in, you know, the comedy that they were trying to portray, and you know they kind of tried to keep it lighthearted. It was kind of odd because after Justice League, I feel like Aquaman came out after Justice League, and he kind of had a different type of persona. I don't think he was as, you know, silly and, you know, jokey as he was in the Aquaman movie. So it was a little bit of a tonal shift that I kind of had to get used to. But I understand why they did it, because it to make the movie lighthearted and, you know, more enjoyable.
Yeah, more fun.
More fun, for sure. Moving on to Trev's number 5.
Shazam. Now, I guess Shazam. Yeah, I think Shazam is very unique, and I like it a lot. But I think for me, it got a little overhyped. I didn't see it in theaters, so like when everyone was talking about how just amazing and great it was, I think my expectations were so high that I was a little let down. I went in with too high of expectations. The only problem I had was with young Billy and like older Billy, like they act completely different, you know.
They're
like
different,
Shazam's like more of a friend to that other kid who's helping him, but younger Billy's still like a jerk. I never like. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying I've heard that argument before. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that's when I was always kind of like, okay, that's fine. That's my, like, it's a nitpick in the scheme of things, you know. But like that end with like the whole like everyone become like the Shazam, everyone, you know, came Shazam. Yeah. I thought that was awesome. I was like, dope. I was like, dude, again, just fan service. You know, they're just spoon feeding us fan service. Like, there you go, keep on feeding up.
Exactly.
And Shazam definitely, I think, got people really thinking that DCEU could be something special. And
for sure,
that's what Shazam did. I'm excited for Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Zachary Levi. Gotta love him.
Yeah. And I'll get into Shazam a little bit later when it comes up on my list. But yeah, so number 5 for me is Suicide Squad. I didn't hate this film. This film is at the bottom of a lot of people's lists, and I understand why. I can acknowledge the flaws, like I said, and I don't know. I just enjoyed the characters in this film, and
Sure.
I don't know. Something about it I enjoy it because I recently rewatched it, and I was like, this movie isn't as bad as some of the other ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me, bro. That's just
I hear
me.
you. I hear you. I like it. I don't hate it. It's like it's my bottom, but I still enjoy it quite a bit. Like if I watch it, my girlfriend loves it. Like one of her favorite superhero movies ever. She loves it.
Suicide Squad?
Yeah, that was no lie. The first superhero movie I got her to see. She hated the category, never wanted to see him, and then she wanted to see this one because she liked the trailer, and then she loves it. She'll defend it today.
Really?
Yeah, she loves it.
That's dope.
It's crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
At least it's at the top of somebody's list. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay, so number 4 for you.
Wonder Woman is, let's be real, like it is badass. It is straight awesome. Love it. The Wonder Woman 2 trailer I see before every movie now, and I'm so pumped for it. But the first Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, is amazing. But my favorite part is probably Steve Trevor's storyline. Like he's definitely the comic relief. But my favorite part, what Patty Jenkins did with this film, is at the end when like he says something to Diana and like she can't hear him, and then it goes back to that scene later, and he shows it what he tells her. And I always thought that was done so like brilliantly. Like that made me like low key almost cry. And I was like, because I love love, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, he said he loved her. And it really, that's like the one point of the film that truly stood out to me was that right there. I love that scene, and that's like my favorite scene of that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Number 4 for me is Wonder Woman as well.
Look at that.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, Patty Jenkins really she did a phenomenal job with this movie. It was really good, and I feel like it might have been slightly overhyped, but I can agree. Yeah, but I did really enjoy this film. It's not quite my number 1, but the cinematics in this film are just crazy good. And whenever I thought that Themyscira, the island that the Amazons lived on, was going to be brought to life on the big screen, this is what I imagined, and it's like exceeded my expectations. So I really enjoyed this film. Now with Wonder Woman 84, I am looking forward to it. I'm a little bit nervous with Kristen Wiig as Cheetah and the CGI and all that, but I feel like it'll be done well. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so.
I always thought Cheetah looked really good. Like everyone, I know a lot of people. I'm like in the minority. A lot of people thought
I didn't think it looked awful.
Yeah.
But I know DC in CGI. I know them in the past.
Yeah, they're not friends.
No, right. Yeah. So that's why it makes me a little nervous. I was also a little nervous about Kristen Wiig playing Cheetah because really all I can think of Kristen Wiig is SNL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like Bridesmaids and things like that. Yeah. So it's just kind of a tonal shift for her.
Change of pace for sure.
Yeah. And I know that she did a film called Skeleton Twins, and that is a little bit more serious. I haven't seen it. Also, she was in the film Mother with Jennifer Lawrence for a split second. Yeah, so she has had a couple serious roles, but I don't know if it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm nervous, but find out. I'm excited. I'm excited.
How Steve Trevor's coming back. Like I know because like in the trailer they said like you can see like whatever you want. Like you see an illusion, or is he like there to stay? I don't know. And I know he was very popular from the first film. I feel like that's why they're bringing him back. But I hope he's not there just for like a gimmick. Like in the trailer, it looks like he's kind of be a joke. I hope he's there for a bigger reason, or there's a big reveal with his character or something like that.
I feel like they should have kept Steve where they kept him. And honestly, that's how I feel because I know that I feel like that character need to be put to rest so Diana could learn from her experiences with him.
Sure.
Now that he's coming back, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, like you said, a little gimmicky.
Yeah.
Chris Pine. Hey, Chris Pine's gonna be in the second one too. Like try to get you to see the film.
just get our dollars almost.
Yeah,
Like, hey, come
exactly.
to the
That's
theater,
how I
see exactly. So I just hope it's not. I hope it's not done terribly.
Yeah, and then what they showed in the trailer is not my favorite. Is everybody parachuting now? With the
Yeah,
parachute
that was
dance?
not
Like, I'm
funny.
just like, come on, bro. And then they
Yeah,
ended the trailer with that. Like, come on. But
try
yeah,
to end with a
anyway,
big
we went
joke,
off on
but
a
yeah,
tangent.
yeah,
Wonder
we
Woman
did.
84, but that's okay. We're gonna move on to number 3. If you guys are still watching, thank you for checking us out, checking this video out. Make sure you go check out Film Geeks, Trevor Sondrel. Give him a like and a subscribe. While you're at it, subscribe to me. You might
Yeah,
enjoy
buddy.
some of the content. You don't have to, but I would love it if you did. So
If you
okay,
don't, we'll steal your cookies.
right.
Yeah.
So Trevor's number 3, Birds of Prey.
And it kind of breaks my heart to put it here because I love this movie. It's one of my favorites of the year so far. I think it was done so beautifully. Okay, got the bug. Sorry.
Wait, you caught it?
I caught it. Yeah.
Nice.
God, it's killing me this morning. Birds of Prey is awesome. This is a terrible name. Harley Quinn, if it has emancipation of Birds of Prey, and if it has emancipation of one Harley Quinn, it should have been called Birds of Prey. That's it.
Or
And
Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn.
Or just Harley Quinn. Because
Yeah.
the entire time throughout the film, I forgot it was the Birds of Prey until the very end, and she goes, "And we are the Birds of Prey," and it ends or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of was. It was kind of like that, but they didn't even really get together until the end of the movie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't a Birds of Prey movie. Like, there's a bunch of storylines going on. That was my only problem. But I love some Ewan McGregor as Roman Sionis, as the Black Mask himself. God, he was good. And I like how raunchy this movie was, because that's Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
and
true.
R-rated superhero movies aren't done all the time, but if they are, they're done right. And this one is raunchy. It's gruesome. I look away from the screen when she's snapping knees on tables,
That was crazy.
But
Crazy.
and that relationship she has with the little breakfast sandwich, man. I want that breakfast sandwich every day of my life.
Good.
So amazing. When she dropped it, like I felt for her. I was like, damn, I've been there
too.
before.
Me
That's
too.
the worst.
Me too.
So Birds of Prey, it kind of breaks my heart to put it down at 3, but I honestly, I love this movie. It's great.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so my number 3 is going to be Man of Steel. I've never really been big into Superman and the story of Superman. I'm cool with it, but he probably is one of my least interesting DC characters, honestly.
Sure.
But something about Man of Steel, it's so cinematic. The score is so amazing. The story is cool, and I don't know. I dig it. It's definitely in my top 3 DC films. So it's number 3.
Okay.
So yeah. So I guess I'll move on to your number 2.
Number 2. Batman
BVS.
v Superman.
It's
I don't know
quite opposite of in placement.
Yeah,
where our
literally.
lists are.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about this movie. Like, a lot of when I first saw it in theaters, I remember I was like, "What did I just see? Like, that was just stupid."
Mhm.
But then seeing the Ultimate Edition, I'm like, I love it. Don't get me wrong; it has its cheesy moments, and like there's certain things about it, like when Batman goes and saves Superman's mom. He's like, "Your son's a friend of mine." She's like, "I could tell." They capes. That makes me want to rip my hair out. Like I was like, they were just trying to kill each other. Now they're friends. They definitely rushed a little bit, but like the whole the line, "Do you bleed?" That gets me going, dude. I think that's awesome. Tell me, do you bleed? I love that. I'm like, yeah, exactly. You will. I think it's great, and they get introduced to Wonder Woman is awesome, and I love Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg, I feel like in real life, that's how he is, as like Lex Luthor, just a little like devious little jerk, and that's how he is in his movie. He's kind of annoying, but that's Jesse Eisenberg in every movie. He's kind of annoying.
He plays almost the same character in every movie he's in.
Exactly. No, exactly. Talks super duper fast. It's like him and Now You See Me. Just talk super duper fast, and he's a jerk to everyone. But Batfleck and Henry Cavill on the big screen, there for some big action. And when like the Superman dies, it hurts my heart, man.
Yeah, there are some aspects there that are okay with this film, but I'm gonna let you have that as number 2. I'm gonna let you have that. As
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. I ain't gonna get too much into it because I already said my piece. All right, so number 2 for me, Shazam. I
Okay.
really enjoyed Shazam a lot. In the theaters, I kind of didn't have the greatest experience because I took my mom to see it, and she's kind of like, she doesn't like dark films and, you know,
Got
different
it.
things like that. When the monsters were like biting people's heads off and stuff like that, she was like, oh no, and I was like, I probably should have watched this movie before I brought her
Yeah.
to see it. But yeah, like seeing it a second time at home, I own it on 4K.
Yeah.
Man, seeing it at home, I really, really enjoyed the film a lot. And
Mhm.
I like you said at the end of the film, when spoiler alert, when everybody, you know, becomes Shazam or whatever, kind of gets
Yeah.
the powers, that, man, it was a huge twist and it was really cool. I really love the story, and
Yeah.
the argument that you were saying about Billy as a kid versus as Shazam, I understand where you're coming from with that, and a lot of people do have that argument. But I feel like it's kind of it kind of is sort of the same, but you know, he's discovered these powers, so he
Sure.
is gonna act a little differently than when he's, you know, down on his luck, kid, orphan. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I
that's
hear you.
kind of where I come from with that. That's where I kind of where what I see.
Okay.
So yeah, down to number one. We are down to number one.
Numero uno.
Numero uno. So you're number one.
Yep, Man of Steel, dude. It's one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. I love the
pick.
story of Kal-El. How like he like Russell Crowe's his dad, like his super dad, and then he comes down and Kevin Costner's his dad down on Earth. I mean, that's me. Just it. I don't know what it is about this movie, but like a family dynamic like that always hits me in the feels, you know. And like CGI in this film is done beautifully. The score in this film, one of my favorite scores ever. It's a little repetitive with the end, where they're just crashing into building after building, but like the ultimate like action in this movie it's just awesome. And like it's a longer movie, but the build up for me, it never feels long. How like they build it up so nicely, and Hans Zimmer's score is just it's chilling, man. It's chilling. One of my favorite scores of all time. And without the score, I probably wouldn't like this movie as much as I do.
Yeah, agreed. Same with me.
I love Man of Steel. I haven't seen a lot of Superman movies, but this is my favorite Superman movie. It's amazing.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
So number one for me, Birds of Prey. That this probably is one of my favorite comic book movies of all time.
Wow,
it's so good. Yeah, and definitely number one on my DCEU. I haven't had as much fun with any other DCEU film than this one. I walked out of the theaters with a smile on my face, dancing to the music that was playing in the credits, man. Bro, everything about this film I really enjoyed, and I really didn't understand the hate for this film. There was a lot of hate, and I know it was a lot of hate. People did not care for this film at all. I mean, it was better than Suicide Squad. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, it was a lot better, and it was this same character that we saw in Suicide Squad done right, in my opinion.
Yeah, so flushed out a lot better. Yeah,
flushed out, and just a lot more fun. I feel like they definitely held back in the Suicide Squad film. It was PG-13. This one was R. They could go all out, make her do whatever they wanted her to do, and I think it really paid off. There were some sequences in this film that were a little wonky, like the dance scene while she was being interrogated and things like that. That was kind of like a little bit off-putting to me. I wish they didn't kill off Black Mass so quick, because I kind of would like to see him more in other films. But the way that they did it was like, I felt like perfect. It made up for it.
I laughed so hard.
I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah, exactly.
I know a lot of people had issues with how the story progressed and like all the different timelines that happened throughout the film, and then by the end they became Birds of Prey, but like probably like the last 10 minutes of the film they did. I don't know. I liked it. I liked getting the origins of each character and then have them come together towards the end. I thought that was brilliant, but some people didn't care for that.
I like also how like Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn's like, she's a silly character. She's like either drunk, hungover, or like something. So like she's narrating a story, and like how she's like, wait, I'm telling this all wrong. And then they fast forward. That to me was done beautifully. It was like a Tarantino, Guy Ritchie type movie, combine them together, how they, and like Scorsese with the narrator, you know, like
Yeah,
everything about it
and
works
Deadpool.
so well. Yeah, and then like exactly, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's like DC's version of Deadpool, but like
yeah.
I think I might like this more than Deadpool if
I
I'm being
definitely
quite.
do.
Yeah, I think I do. I think like Harley Quinn, I don't know what it is. Like she's easy to like. She really, really
Yeah,
is.
I
This movie
agree.
does have some cheesy lines, like with the gal who is really good at singing, and then she sings and has like an echo voice, and then she's like, "See, told you she had a great voice," and she keeps running. I was like, "Yeah, there's DC cheese in here. All right,
Yeah.
I feel it."
I mean, that
But
comes
other
with
than
the territory, I feel like.
yeah, no, for sure. I think they
Talk
kind of
about
embraced it now.
cheesy. Aquaman, bro.
That's what I'm
Aquaman's
saying. No, Aquaman is
super
cheesy,
cheesy.
bro. Some people
Cheesy,
say it's,
cheesy.
yeah, but Birds of Prey, I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I'm happy it's your number one. I think if I keep rewatching it, it can easily be my number one.
Yeah, I'd give it another watch. How many times have you seen it?
I've seen it twice. I watched it in
Okay.
theaters and once at home. I own it on Blu-ray, so I watched it once at home. But I need to watch it with my lady friend again. We'll check it out because we loved it in theaters. And we walked out. I was like, that was just fun. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it and like
That's how I
this is
feel.
that was before the world went to just complete crap. You know, it
That's
was back
true.
in. I was like, man, this year's gonna be amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
Boy,
set
were
the
we
tone for the
wrong.
whole year.
Exactly. I was like,
Nah.
man, it's like,
Little
and then
did
the whole
we
year
know.
just became the whole rest of the year just became her dropping that sandwich.
Right.
And then that's
Exactly.
that's
That
exactly what
wasn't the
happened.
tone that we were thinking of.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, so we are done with our rankings. If you
Yep.
guys just drop down your rankings down in the comments. We would love to see what you guys have as your DCEU rankings. And yeah, Trev, where can they find you and what you got coming up, bro?
You guys can find me over on the Film Geeks YouTube channel. You can find me at Trevor Sandra on Instagram, TrevSandra1 on Twitter. And for content, I talk Lovecraft. Should have a review hopefully coming later today. Blu-ray hunts. I do live streams with friends every week and talk about movies, man. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. Thank you so much for having me on, dude. I was really, really excited to talk about DCEU. I think me and you are in our community are two of the biggest lovers of the DCEU. So I was really hyped to be on here, man. Thanks for having me.
For sure, bro. I'm really glad that you were able to come over and you know, just discuss this with me. As far as my channel, you can find me at AJREACTS2 all across the board, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd, AJREACTS2. As far as what I have coming up on the channel, things like this, it is collab month. So I have some awesome folks coming by the channel discussing film, TV, rankings, tier lists, all kinds of things like that. So yeah, just check them out. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.